What's happening, people? I'm DJ Rasp, and today I'm going to be unboxing the new Rane 70 ATRAK Signature Edition. Let's get into this. And there we have it, out of its box, the Rane 70 Signature ATRAK Edition. And this is one gorgeous looking mixer. It's got a nice chrome finish. As we can see, it's got a nice ATRAK signature on it. It looks really cool. Serato ready. I'm just going to talk through all the functions and what all these rotary buttons do, and sliders and faders and so on. So let's start at the top of the mixer. We've got our scroll load to scroll through our library and load in tracks. You know, you can load, prepare and go back. It does the same on the other side. Source selector, which will select USB, phono, CD, auxiliary and another USB computer in case you've got two laptops hooked up. We've got the level, our trim. We've got EQ, high, mid, low. We've got a low pass and high pass filter. High to the right, low to the left. We've got our main mix controls and booth monitor volumes right here. We've got controls for the microphone. We've got the volume and a tone, so you can have high or low. You can turn the echo on and off. We've got a loop function here to activate our loops, to loop in, loop out, change the parameters. We've got a nice screen here to indicate the effects. Here's our effects panel right here. We've got echo, reverb, break, flex effects, flanger, phaser, and the new addition, fader effects. I like these toggle switches. You can lock them upwards, or we can toggle them on and off when you hit down. These feel really solid. We've got our effects time. We've got a little joystick here. That's to control the effects software. We've got our depth, wet and dry for each channel. We've got our parameter adjusters here. So this brings us down to our buttons section here. We've got lots of different functions. We've got hot cue, save loops, roll, sampler and transport. Keypads, these feel really solid, like the Rane 70. They feel like MPC pads. We've got our tap BPM button and our shift button. We've got our sampler level, so you can adjust the volume when you're triggering samples and stuff. And what's different about this mixer compared to the regular Rane 70 is here, instead of loading tracks or instant doubles, we have sync. Moving over to the cue monitoring, we've got left, right selection. We've got cue and main mix functions, and we've got volume control. These are the up faders. These feel really slick. And we have our crossfader, which feels super nice. This is a front panel. So let's start over here. We have our mic input to turn the mic on and off. We've also got a level for the echo for the microphone. We've got mic number 2 input. We've got level, and we can change the tone of it here. We've got our contour controls for the up faders and crossfader. You can have these at slow or fast, depending on what you want to do with it, whether you want to scratch or do some nice fades. You can also reverse each fader by using these switches here. We have tension control. What this does, this tightens up the fader. You can have it really tight or super loose. We've got a split cue for our headphones, which is a really nice addition. And we've got a mini jack and regular size jack for our headphone inputs. Also, we have these protective roll bars here for when you're transporting your mixer to keep it nice and safe. And finally, these are the functions on the back of the mixer. We've got our power source here, which takes a kettle lead. It's got a nice on-off button that feels really solid. It ain't gonna break anytime soon. We've got XLR outputs, TRS or jack booth outputs. We got RCA session out and session in. We've got auxiliary RCAs for left and right channel, and also phono and CD inputs, which you can slide here. That way for phono, the other way for CD. We've got our phono grounds, if you're hooking up Technics turntables or Vestats turntables or whatever. And we've got our mic inputs here. These also act as line inputs. So if you want to plug in an MPC or, you know, an iPad or something like that, you can switch it from line to mic and change the frequency. We've got inputs for our Rane controllers. If you want to plug in 2 Rane controllers without messing about with an external hub, you just plug the USB directly into the Rane 70. And last but not least, we have our USB connectors, so you can have more than one laptop hooked up to this mixer. So that's all the functions on the Rane 70. What I'm going to do now is switch it on, hook it up to some Technics turntables, then some Rane 12s, and use Serato with it and test it all out. So the mixer works and sounds great with regular records. What I'm going to do now is hook it up to Serato and test out the official 10-inch control vinyl. Let's have a look at these first before I test it out. It's presented nice. More than a piece of wax. So it's nice clear vinyl. 10-inch, you feel quite heavy. Yeah, let's hook them up. So before I hook up my computer, what I'm going to have to do is download the latest version of Serato. And at this point in time, which is the 21st of April, 2022, it will be version 2.5.11. I'm using a Mac M1 computer, and yeah, hopefully this should work. So I'm on the site now, and I'm just double checking. I'm just seeing the hardware compatibility, and I saw it before. Supported Rane hardware, Rane 70, Rane 70 ATRAK Signature Edition. So without further ado, I'm going to hook it up and give it a test. The latest version of Serato works fine. I've got to do one more thing though, and that is to install the driver to make the hardware work with the software. So let's do it. Bingo! So that all works. I'm going to test out with Serato. I'm going to do a signature routine. I'm going to do my dubstep, bring it on what routine, and test it out, make sure it all works. Bring it on what? 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 Yeah. Okay, so it's hooked up to a Technics turntable. What I'm going to do now is look at the built-in effects. So we've got our standard effects: echo, reverb, break, flanger, and phaser. Let's look at these. To turn on the effects, to lock it, we switch up. And to do it momentarily, we just like toggle down. We can control the parameters by using this little joystick here. So we got it on half beat right now. We can have it on a full beat. Two beats, 3/4 of a beat, half a beat, quarter, eighth, and so on. These are pulse fader effects, so when I turn the fader down, you can still hear the tail of the echo. Let's try reverb. We can change the depth of that. So to the right is full, wet. To the left is dry. We've got the break effect. Emulates the turntable slowing down. We've got the flanger. Sounds pretty cool. Got the phaser. Gives it that underwater effect. Okay, so what we're going to look at now are the fader effects. To activate these, you hit this button here. And to change them, we use the shift and hold down the fader effect. So let's hear what the first one sounds like. This is ring. You can increase and decrease that. Let's just hold that. Change the frequency. By using this parameter here. Let's try another effect. So this is our sine wave. So basically this turns the fader into a synth. We can change the note. And even change the octave. Let's try another effect. This is sawtooth. Change the note and toggle down, you can change the octave. You can change the pitch. You can change the minor and major scale of that, which is quite cool. Let's try another one. You have a roll effect. Let's tap in a beat. We have our filter. So there we have our fader effects. I look forward to experimenting with these and trying them out in my routines and my DJ sets. So there it is, the Rane 70 Signature ATRAK Edition. This is a great mixer. I like the new functions and the new features. It looks great. I really like the fader effects. You know, you can turn the mix into a synth and get super creative with it. I'm going to look forward to using this in my future sets. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers.